a mind like steel. Truth-telling's his weapon, he's the real damn deal. From Witsit's hubris Valley Ranch to Vlad's rage, he's lighting up lives with a sailor's rage. He ain't no skeptic, just a bullshit slayer, with a cup of rum and a truth conveyor. When someone says they control the sky, he just smirks and says, nice try. He's unfornicated, no fluff or spin, debunking the madness again and again. From flat earth fools to the art brigade, he's cutting through crazy with a sharpened blade. It's the unfornicated declassified files tonight, and the STD report is locked in tight. Where STD means stupid theory debug, he's dropping truth bombs while he's getting drunk. In his Hawaiian shirt with that sailor grin, he'll call out they, who the hell's them again? No patience for myths, no time for pride. He'll bury bad science and let facts ride. He's unfornicated, bringing truth with style, laughing through the chaos all the while, with the rum in his hand and logic on deck. He's sinking dumb claims like a shipwrecked wreck. He'll say they're lying, he says name one. You say Earth's flat, he's already done. You bring a wild claim, he brings the heat. Dance the truth storm you'll never beat. Yeah, unfornicated, living loud, no tinfoil nonsense allowed in the crowd. He's the sailor of sanity, the rum-soaked guide, keeping reason afloat while conspiracies die. So here's to Dan and his fearless style, sinking fake news with a tipsy smile. If you're spouting garbage, expecting owls, he'll roast you live on the unfornicated, declassified fight. Ironclad lies slip through screens, eyes glued to digital dreams, swallowed words, twisted schemes, in the web where falsehood gleams. Unfornicated stands tall, bathing shadows through the sprawl. Clowns in masks start to fall. Truth bleeds bright in the brawl. Red-pilled bots lost in code, twisted minds in overload. Unfornicated decodes, shattering the fragile abode. Unfornicated won't be bound, tearing myths from the ground.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to a beautiful Saturday morning, afternoon, wherever your time zone may be today. We have about 4 to 6 inches of snow that just got stopped falling. So that's fun. Uh, wow. Jim Daniels figured out that I have super chats on. So thank you, Jim. Come on, Zoo Crew, let's kick it. Yeah, absolutely. This stream was originally going to be a joint stream between Jaren and I going on TikTok. However, I'm still waiting to hear from Jaren. So we're going to do a few different things while we kill some time, see if he shows up. If not, we just we change the story because why not? It's a beautiful 20 some odd degrees here. So it's hoodie time, not Hawaiian shirt time. So it's a little too chilly, a little too windy to be riding around in a Hawaiian shirt. So, yeah, I was kind of looking forward to the TikTok stream. We might still end up doing it. I'm not looking forward to trying to figure out the audio on that though. That should be fun, but I digress. What I let's talk about a few things. We hit 500 subs. So I thank all 503 of you. The number finally leveled out. It went up, it went down, it went up, it went down. Go figure. So the 503 of you that are subbed, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much for making this channel what it is and providing me with the motivation to keep doing it. That being said, I would like to say that we're going to have a few announcements. We're going to be, we're doing, like I said, doing a collab with Jaren, as you guys noticed. We're probably going to be doing a collab with Matt. He's here somewhere. I saw him earlier. We're going to be doing, we got to do something. We haven't figured out what we're going to be doing, but we'll be doing something. So that's the idea. Conspiracy Music Studios coming in with another 10 pounds or 10 euros, excuse me. Monetized. Let's fucking go, my friend. Yes. Thank you. CMS. And again, thank you, Jim Daniels, both. This is going to be weird. It's going to take me a little while to get used to this. I don't know what to do. I'm going to be honest. Trying to figure out where I'm looking at and where I'm going with all the different things is going to be a little weird for me, but I'm going to do my best to provide you guys with the content you've come to expect and hopefully adore, or at least like to point and laugh at with me. So back to what I was saying. So collaborations. Yes, we're going to be doing something with Matt from Whatcast. We're still deciding what exactly. We're also going to, the Humblies have been delayed due to scheduling issues where I'm working on that, trying to get everybody together. But we do have a surprise guest who's going to make a cameo, and that's going to be a plus. I have my tuxedo jacket that came in for the Humblies because what is an award show without it being a black tie event? So that is ready to go, and that is, we're doing some scheduling. We'll get those together. But the good news is the winners have been identified. The secret panel has spoken. And we had to do a couple of revotes because like I had my votes first. There's 5 of us, so there's 4 people and me, and I had my votes first, already laid out based on all the nominations. Then I let the other 4 vote, and if there was an off chance, we actually had 2 categories that were unanimous across the board, no question. Which I felt, I thought there was some strong contention, to be honest with you. And then on the other side, we had one that had 1 vote apiece. So it created a little bit of a huh kind of moment. So and then we had a couple that were and we had 2 specifically, including the Rear Admiral's Award, that required a second vote to get it more labeled into. So that is ready to go. I have all the visuals done. I have the sound effects. I have everything that I need to do for this. I have it loaded up on the Stream Deck. I mean, I'm ready to go. Just got to work on a schedule. So I'll be talking to Mike today. I see Max is in here. The old Max, we got to get together and talk about either doing some scheduling, or we need to do a pre-recording, which is fine on either case. It doesn't have to be live. I'll make my part live and then I'll play the video recording parts ahead of time. But also, I want to make an announcement. We have Top Left coming up. Next week is the nominations. So I have been asked to join a dream team of sorts. This dream team consists of Conspiracy Music Studios, DVids or Doodle Sound Labs, and The Real Harnold. So the 3 of them and myself will be working on our nomination video for Top Left Award. And even though we're rookies, I like our chances. I think we have a solid bit going. And we're just working out some details. We're working out some other things, but I like our chances. So and like I said, I have the dream team. I am on the dream team here. It's not my team. They asked me to join them. So it is, as far as I'm concerned, the best of both worlds. And I am so looking forward to that. What other collaborations do we have coming up? Trying to remember. I had one other one. I'm going to be talking to Reds and to Mike from the Drunk to Bunk show, seeing when we're going to do a next freeze our ass off in the middle of the night kind of routine, because I'm going to partake in that. Now that I have a car issue solved, because driving 4 hours one way in a Jeep Wrangler is not, it's not the most comfortable experience. Let's put it that way. Especially when it's 10 years old, has almost 200,000 miles on it, and has been kind of like rebuilt because of a few accidents. So with that being the case, we're going to try to, I have a new vehicle that I'm going to be, that I have now, that is on lease, that I'm going to be driving. So I'm now available to go up to Boston and go hang out with Mike and Reds and do stupid shit like, the Lowell, what was it? That Lowell family fair, and go look at the luminaries in the sky, the wandering stars, whatever the fuck they want to call it. Let's see, what else do we have on the agenda for this week? I do have some videos that are in the can, ready to go. Just finishing up some editing. I'm sorry, my editing, it takes time. Because I'm just not very fluent in it, and I'm trying my best. It takes me a little while to do that. But that being said, I do have some videos in the can, ready to go. Just finishing up a few things, will be all set. So, yeah. So just again, let me thank Jim Daniels for being the first Super chat, thank you very much. And Conspiracy Music Studios, my friend, thank you for being a second one. You shouldn't be giving me super chats. I owe you for all the money you spent creating the Humbly intro video. So let's put it this way. If you're here and you're not subbed to CMS, you should be. If you are subbed with CMS, do us a favor. We need to get his watch hours up. Put one of his playlists on, put it in a window in the background, and let it play. And let's get his watch hours up so we can get him monetized for all the hard work he does as well. DM if you want to help with a collab. DM. Here it is. Cool. DM you if you want help with the code. Got it. I'm out. I got you. So, okay. Sean, hopefully you're still here. I mean, we do collabs as well. I'm not trying to counteract. I was just saying what the news was, but I digress. Yes, I can do the same for everybody else. Everybody is here. Everybody is doing. Everyone has actually. Do me a favor. You all have link ability. Put your links in and let people subscribe to those. So if you go to my page, if you go to my YouTube page, one of the beautiful parts about it is it allows you to highlight some channels. And I'm able to highlight creators who helped me and those who I'm trying to also help along the way. And one of the things is that you'll see on there is I have a list of 6. It has the Drunk Debunk Show, DP Debunks, Steve's Creepy Van, and CMS, Real Arnold, and Doodle Labs. Now, these are 3 people that I have worked actively on collabs with and have done above and beyond to try to help me get my channel up and going, which I greatly appreciate. So here's where things get tricky. There's a lot of debunk channels. Everybody needs to be subscribed to all of them if you can. Even if you don't watch, it's fine. Look, not my stuff isn't always everybody's taste. I get that. I don't try to play favorites. I don't try to play to a specific type. I'm just me. What you see is what you get. And for better or for worse, this is how I am in real life too, which includes forgetful, which includes ADHD manic episodes where I get hyper focused on something and I forget everything else, and a bunch of other things too. So I am working on trying to get together some collabs. I'm trying to work together on doing some stuff. I want to bring other channels along to do stuff. I want to work with other channels, and I want to basically do fun things. Grounded Extracts is exactly 90 minutes from me up the highway. So I would like to go hang out with him, play a bit in one of his videos. Who knows? We'll see. We're still working on that. The problem is it's snow. So that's where we're at. Conspiracy Music Cues. Yeah, maybe you do owe me. I take my $10 back. This is how that happens, right? Yeah, Conspiracy Music Studios. That's exactly how it happens. God, you guys are gonna break me. This is killing me. 1 second. Thank you. I just got a delivery of the next episode of Coffee to go with it. That one doesn't have rum in it though. So, yes, thank you for that, CMS. I greatly appreciate it, bud. Let's see. Debating whether or not to do memberships. I have kind of everything and ready to go on those, but I don't have them active yet. I have like the emojis and everything else that I wanted to do. Olivia helped me with some of the ideas and stuff that we're working on. So I'm just trying to figure out what direction I want to go in. To me, I'm kind of all access anyway. You don't get anything special because if you message me, I usually answer. But we'll see. I'm trying to put together something. Maybe you'll have a discount code or a free shipping code for the merch store. Maybe you'll have a couple other things. I'm still trying to massage that idea and decide which direction I want to go. Oh, Max, dude, you are my hero. Um, yeah. Shoot me something on shoot me something over on Discord and we can have a conversation. Uh Probing Time has a coffee recommendation I think I should look at here. 2300 coffee, the best coffee beans I've ever discovered. Hmm. Geek G's like to give support, don't care about perks. Yeah, you know what? I don't like to give something for nothing. I don't want you guys ever to feel like I am expecting anything. I do this for fun. I do this because, well, you guys all know the origin story and why I do this. I do this because this is what I want to do with my time. And I have a support team here at home who helps me do that and gives me the time, gives me the space, gives me ideas, and gives and supports me into being able to do this. And this is what I appreciate. On the outside of this, in the digital world, my digital family here in chat, you guys have all supported me as well to give me that motivation and time to do the same thing. So I don't ever want you guys to think that there's an expectation or anything else like that. I want to be able to provide. If you're providing support, I think you should get something from it. That's just my personal view. And using emojis, while fun, because I'm going to show you some of them, is shouldn't be all of it. And I want to work on something for me. This is, again, I'm not throwing shade on anybody else. This is what I want to do for me. Okay. This is what I want to do. This is how I feel. This is how I want to do things. That's all it is. So, but I'll show you some emoji stuff there. But I was thinking like a shipping discount, free shipping or something like that through the merch store. Being able to access, maybe be part of polls that drive where we go with our content. What do you want to talk about? What do you want to do? I'm basically open to what you guys are open to. If you guys are supporting the channel and you guys have ideas, we should go that route. That's the way I look at it. Just because I feel it's funny doesn't mean everybody else does, and we'll go that route. Let's see. Is Jaren? Jaren's not live. Let's see.
Realize how destructive anxiety can be.
Stop. Where is my? Here we go. Yeah, Jaren's not live, so you know what? Maybe we'll have to reschedule. So be it. I mean, to be honest, I've struggled with that sort of mentality. My thing is like what am I here for? Am I here? Oh, hold on. Let me stop that thing. Is Industrial Nerd here? Industrial Nerd, always fun to see you. If you're here, you should know I am using your winning CC video from a few years ago as a sort of template of sorts, an inspiration, you might say, for the top left award for this year, for my nomination and everything else. So, but I'm coming for you. So, and I'll also come. Who had the Flatzoid video last year? I don't remember what it was, but like Mike and DPD Bunks, they all made great videos. So I'm hoping that we're going to have ours. But again, I got the dream team. I'm not worried about it. I'm probably not the one who's going to be doing the editing, even better, because it might get done by December, like next year's. So we're still working on this and everything else, but it's going great. I know what I want to do. I want to talk about a couple personal things real quick. I kind of alluded to this on Discord, but if you're not on my Discord, you don't know what's going on. I've had to kind of take a step back for since about Christmas time. One, holidays. Two, my daughter was sick with the flu, and so we both were. We were both feeling pretty crummy, and we spent all the way up until New Year's on the couch. Basically watching TV and doing nothing else. And that's fun. That's entertaining. But what it kind of put me behind schedule. And since then, I've gone back to work. We have our annual self-assessment performance reviews time that I had to finish. Fun times on how to spend a workday. We're migrating, we're getting new corporate overlords. So I had to migrate a bunch of documents that I want to keep to be migrated over to the new company. I had to push them all there. That was 2 days of or more of kind of combing through stuff. So a lot of my time has been spent in real life taking care of real things that are going on. And I've had next to no time to do this. But that being said, a lot of those obstacles have now been cleared. So now it's off to do a couple other things. I do have something very personal kind of going on right now that I'm dealing with. That I have to deal with between tomorrow and next weekend. But that is to say it's not necessarily something that's going to get too much in the way. It's just something that I have to take care of. So I may not be as readily as available. Hi. My dog is weird. So this is kind of what we're dealing with. So let's talk real quick. I saw I got tagged here in a couple different things. So Monkey Cat Papa says, I took a step back from the derp for a while. Glad to be here and see all the pretty faces again. Much love, fam. Absolutely. Absolutely. um, Best thing about retirement, no performance reviews. Steel City, that's on you. I have no dropped packets, so you can stick the buffering where the sun don't shine. It's not me. Yeah, algorithm. I'm entirely jealous, and at the same time, I can't afford to retire yet until I win the Powerball. So I'm trying. Don't get me wrong. But if I win a Powerball, that's $1.8 billion. I'm not going to tell anybody, but there will be signs. I'm not going to lie. But Monkey, glad to see that you're back. Welcome back. You haven't missed much. Same stupidity as ever. So, I know what I want to do. So, the membership thing that we're kind of doing is going to be a little bit of a thing called the Unforninati. So a little bit of a play on Illuminati. We're the not so secret group. You've probably seen the coffee mug I've held a couple different times. And one of the things that we're going to do is we're going to, let's see, I need to move this. I need to push this up. And that's not what I wanted to do. Push that there. Okay. So what the hell is going on? Sorry, the windows are a little off today. Oh, because I have TikTok in the background. That's why. Jesus. So let's go ahead and transition this over and I'll show you guys kind of what's going on. Here is going to be the badge for the Unforninati. Because, we have to. Let's see. What are some other things I had in mind? Let's see. This is a definite given. That's going to be one of the emojis because if you're here and you don't realize it, rum flows. It's the only way you can tolerate the stupidity. Let's see. What's the other one we have? Well, this is kind of a given. For those people who decide to show up on stream and start derping out, you can give them their own hat to wear. And last but not least, actually, I'm sorry, we got a couple more here. We have this, which is a little bit of fun. If you watch the Stupid Revolutions video, you understand different ragers that we apply from a philosophical point of view when it comes to science. Occam's razor, Hanlon's razor, Hitchens' razor, the Sagan standard. This is how we cut through the bullshit. And what would anything be without our mascot of sorts, our cocaine-fueled narwhal? Because it needs to be there. Now, I got a couple other that are in the hopper, so to speak. Actually, I cannot find one of them right now. Give me 1 second. Let me. If you're on Discord, you already know. Oh, there it is. You already know this one, but I'll go ahead and show it anyway. It's not going to read real well, unfortunately, on YouTube as an emoji. But if you're part of Discord, you kind of already know the inside joke, so it's there. And last but not least, because of the stupid shit we deal with, well, I mean, I don't think I have to introduce this one at all. So that's kind of where we sit. That's where everything's at. Let's transition this back over here. I had a lot of fun putting those together and having fun with them. Watching, sharing these ideas with Liv and kind of going through the whole process is really fun for me. I'm not going to lie. It's super fun. Yes, the glue is apple flavored. So Canadian Space Advocate, you came up with a very valid point, and I'm in the process of doing some masking. Is there will be the original emoji of the CC wig. I just have to work on it and get it up and running. Do it right. So that's the trick there. But it's a process. And the great thing is I've asked is a lot of people have been helping. They've been my sounding boards. They've been doing everything possible to support me. And again, I can't thank each and every one of you enough. Yeah, Jack Frost. Yeah. Tune was not wrong. I'm not gonna lie. He was not wrong. So bad conversation I've had with Jaren. So we're talking about TikTok flirts and stuff like that. And I brought up CC, and in fact, I did an impersonation because I was commenting on his Vika impersonation, which makes my CC impersonation look like toddlers. It makes it look like an elementary school play compared to his Vika impersonation. But we were laughing because he actually told me, he goes, I don't know a single flat earther who watches any of CC's content at all. He goes, I'm vaguely aware of him. I've never watched a single one of his videos, and he doesn't know anybody else who does either. It's not to say there aren't people that do. But I'm willing to bet that a majority of his subs and views are from Globers. So take that for what it's worth. So yes, very good question, Steel City. Yes, apple flavored glue by all means. Yeah, CMS, I can't stand it. It's brutal. Because you're trying to remember everything you did throughout the year. You're trying, you got someone's attention for all about 1 minute. You hope they remember what you did in the year as well. Chances are they don't. I kind of have my boss is actually pretty good about that, so I'm not really concerned. But it's just, yeah. It's a week of just trying to, word things correctly, not sound like Roger Ledwell, typing up a GoFundMe, and make sure that it's concise and to the point, stuff like that. So, and we don't have access to AI, so I can't even have like ChatGPT run it for me saying, here's my prompts and here's what I've done, put it together for me. So I can't even cheat on that. But not that I would, mind you, El Jefe, if you're watching this, I would never do something like that, ever. Never. I see Spin. Hey, I can give you money now. Yes. Thank you, I see Spin. You can. Thank you for the $2, bud. You're on an Apple device too. We got to get you on a freaking Samsung or an Android. If anything, CC will go down in history as the flirt with the hair. Yeah, you know what? Not. I mean, Steve. To be honest, that's kind of like what. That's about the only. That's like him peaking, right? He's the flirt everyone knows because of the hair. Maybe the tree, somewhere in between. I guess I don't know. So yeah, even Mikey Smith doesn't know who CC is. Yeah, very true. Very, very true. We do have an internal GPT. You might have used it a bit. Look, if you have it, why not use it? You know, I'm not going to lie. I mean, there's times where I've had to write up something and I'm like, I'm struggling with the wording. And all I end up saying is, I'm trying to say this, but my brain is not functioning because it's 2 a.m. What's a better way of saying this so I don't sound like an idiot? And it spits out something that sounds relatively, enlightened, maybe too enlightened. So I have to tone it down a little bit, use smaller words on occasion, but that's about it. Jim Daniels, I can make my statement stand out. Great. We're going to do a super chat battle here. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. You guys know how to do that. It'll be his legacy. Like, thanks, Bob. Yeah, Lindsay, you're not wrong. Not wrong at all. And CC ain't all bullshit, but maybe 99%. That's fair. That is absolutely fair. His intro is almost iconic, right? Because he gets the order wrong. He doxes himself. And then, and then his outro. So go figure. He's always good for a soundbite. You can't go wrong there. I will say this about CC. I think I saw him on the road the other day. No lie. I think I did. The problem was I was going somewhere and I was late. And I couldn't kind of like slow down to get next to him to find out if it was him because there was lights and traffic and everything else. But I had a passing glimpse of that magnificent white hair. And I think it was him. And he was around Poughkeepsie. For the Gosling's Papa Seal Rum Fund. Thank you, Geek G. Yes, I am working on that. For those who don't know, Geek G and I have a shared love for Gosling's Black Rum. And we found, through a conversation on Discord, there was a $120 bottle of black rum that I might be buying at some point for myself, probably for my birthday this year. So, yeah, catching CC in the wild would be crazy. I was like, dude, if I wasn't tied to like a commitment, I would have literally followed him, found out where he parked and been like, Chris, I know you. I've watched your videos. Can I get a picture? So it would have been one of two things. It would have been the most spontaneous and shortest live in the Unfornicated channel history, although that might be difficult because I had like a 1 second live, or it would have been a post, a glorious post to have, but I wouldn't have had my wig. So maybe I need to keep my wig in the car, I guess. Maybe that's a good idea. I don't know. We'll have to see that. Yeah, David, CC, it can get boring when he starts getting tired, but when he goes from like that 0 to 100 and you see him just like there's no ramp up. And like the entire video of him behind the tree, like these little nuggets are just, you got to wade through the dirt to find those little nuggets. And I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. Yeah, CSA, I was not close enough to, it was like a passing glimpse as I passed an ambulance. And then that car got off behind me, so I couldn't even slow down, and I had no time to kind of turn around, and yeah, and I was late. So maybe next time. I'm hoping there's a next time. No, there's no way in hell I was rolling down the window, Steel City. Do you think his boss knows he records videos in the van? I don't know. That's a valid question. I don't know. Um, yeah, CC doesn't feel dick. Or no, he does feel dick. Yeah, he does feel dick. Um, if I saw CC while driving, my intrusive thoughts would take over and it would mood over him just to chat with him. Look, I'm not gonna lie. Like I literally glanced over, saw the white hair, and did like a breakneck over my shoulder to look out the back window to see if it was actually him. And like I said, just a fleeting glance, and I want it to be him. It's like seeing Santa Claus for the first time. I just want it to be him. So I hope there's a next time. Now, funny enough, the hospitals and the some of the retirement homes in the area are all our customers. So while I'm not exactly an outside worker anymore, I could make rounds for, let's call it, preventive maintenance on occasion. I just wish I knew what his schedule was like. Make sure CC doesn't carry you first. Yeah, look, I'd be going up all friendly and like, I just want a selfie. That's it. If I do a selfie, my debunking career would be like, that'd be the peak of the debunking career, and I could just be happy making content here on out and never have to watch another CC video. But the impersonation, which I haven't done in a long time, is definitely worthwhile. But for those who don't know, it's all bullshit. Yeah, let's talk about some of the things. For those who are wondering, talk to DP. Our old mate DP debunks, and I had a really brief, quick conversation. He got his computer back up and running. He's loaded up Football Manager. He's he's still taking his time to take care of some personal aspects of it, because of his move and all his other personal life upheaval that he's had. And at the same time, took a break away from the dirt because it ages you. It really does. Just look at Peterson, Tone. I mean, everyone ages very quickly in this space. But I mean, look at Bob the Science Guy. I think he's only 30. And I mean, he doesn't look terrible for his age, but that white hair is definitely growing. Steve's creepy van is in here. Hey, how you doing, Steve? Nice to see you, bud. Yeah, we need the CC hair tracker. Yeah, if you guys see that I went live that's not scheduled and it's a vertical orientation, I guarantee you it's because my phone is hanging out the window. I don't want to get arrested for stalking though, so I have to find that line. But who wouldn't want to have just a quick conversation with CC? Ask him how things are going, how life is treating him. Has he woken anybody up recently? See if you can witness in person that 0 to 100-mile-an-hour rocket sled of emotions that he can go through. I mean, that'd be entertaining. Let's see. All right. So Jaron hasn't hit me up. So maybe we'll do it next Saturday. Maybe we'll do it what's going on. I don't know. So funny thing, hold on. Let's see. I had something put together because this really wasn't really going to be a 500 announcement, but it ends up being that way. What was I going to do now? I know what I'll do. I'm going to show you guys something. So we have the Unforninati kind of logo. We're going to turn that into a merch, some coffee cups and stuff like that. That's going to be there. Let's see. I want to talk about some of the things that that I'm going to be changing a little bit about the channel. Nothing hugely. I mean, mostly aesthetic things. Might have a new background. Might have a few other things. Might have a couple of different new intros, but it's same thing. Um, people need to stop hiding. And I loved that Whatcast called us out on Mikey and Sam the other day of not making any claims because it's a cowardly way of doing things, right? Just being a globe skeptic doesn't mean shit. And that seems to be the predominant thing. So besides staying in their echo chambers and you have to go to them, and besides them having to basically make no claims and push the burden of proof on the globe and all this other stupid shit, every conspiracy does that. That has to change. I think we need to start holding these people accountable, make a claim and own it. And it's okay to be wrong. If your one claim is wrong, that doesn't make every claim you have wrong either. Okay? It's not the end of the world if you're wrong. But make a claim, stand by it, own it, and back it up. And if you can't, fine. Admit it's a belief and we can move on. And again, if you're wrong, it's not the end of the world. It doesn't mean the earth is now mysteriously a globe or anything else like that. You have to come to that in your own time. However, don't be a coward. Don't do something like that. Professor Bill that was the other collaboration we're going to do. We're going to have we have two coming up. We're going to have a conversation with Marcus Leach, Astro Kate, maybe Bob the Science Guy, Gabe for Save It for Parts, myself, Copium Emporium. I think that's everybody. I might be missing a name. And we're going to be discussing the experiment that Marcus Leach did over the summer with his summer camp. In which case, he was able to use a radio telescope measuring the 21 centimeter hydrogen line to basically kind of like reverse parallax and a Doppler shift to basically test the orbital speed of the Earth around the sun. So we're going to go into some of the technical aspects of that, the results of that, like where they got the ideas from. And we're going to go into how people, if they're interested in, can do this at home. Because it's not like you need a giant fucking antenna to do this. Believe it or not. I mean, don't get me wrong. Bigger antenna is better. Size matters, apparently, in this case. But there are ways to do this. And considering that I'm in an apartment and I would have to get a trailer to kind of move anything around that's bigger, not that I'm against that, it might be worthwhile. Another collab we're going to do is Professor Phil Bell. God, I just combined your names, Doc. Sorry. So Professor here, and we're going to have a physics talk. We're going to have an open panel. I think Just Thinking is a physics student. He wants to have a conversation. We're talking about gravity and a few other things that we want to bring up. So we're going to have like a physics panel. We're going to do real science, real teaching, real everything else. I'm going to learn something, which at 50 is a fucking feat in its own. But the idea is we're not just going to be neck deep in derp. We want to be about science communication. We want to be about keep the declassified files, do some of those because those had some great traction. People like that. What I was talking about the USS Liberty. One of the ones I want to tackle is some things that Asshat Forbes said recently because he's a fucking moron. Actually, we might do that in a minute. We're going to go, and it's just not going to be flat earth all the time, although that content, I'm not going to lie, makes it easy. It's going to be about other conspiracies. It's going to be about other things that we're doing that are worthwhile. And let me just bear with me for 1 second here. Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry, I got a text message with a request. So now, so maybe doing science panels is a thing. maybe we'll have some conversations. Maybe we'll talk about things like the double slit experiment. We'll talk with people with knowledge, with experience, applied experience, to maybe have some conversations about some topics. Let's enjoy learning. Let's make this more than just kind of a point and laugh, but at the same time, still do point and laugh, if that makes sense. Um, Again, I don't like to make fun of the actual person. There are exceptions, and I'm not a saint, but I will point and laugh at a topic that is utterly stupid and then tell you you're wrong and then show you why you're wrong. And you could say it's fake. You could say that I'm wrong. You could not believe whatever sources I provide, but I will guarantee 99% of them aren't NASA. Case in point, I was on a live today, and Tron, Whatcast's favorite person, was on a live, and they were talking about Mickelson and Morley, and Tron was saying, "Show me where it doesn't say that they were testing, for Earth's rotation or whatnot." Blah 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 blah. And he goes, "Show me where it says in there it's a globe." And then he goes on to say, "What if I showed you a document that shows that it's a flat, non-rotating plane?" And my first thought was, God, he's going to bring up the NASA document from 1984. Because why not? In which case, that's when we would use something like this. Because it's just so dumb and outclassed and it's past its prime. So, but yeah, there's a couple different things I have planned. There's a couple of things I want to do. Yeah, pull it up. Exactly. Pull it up. Let me get caught up here real quick. Let's see. We said I had Professor Phil Bell. It is the end of the world. If you are wrong, that's my claim on 4K. Yeah, you know what? If I'm wrong, that is different. There is a difference on that. Astronomy Live. Thank you, Marcus. Astronomy Live. I knew I was missing somebody, and I missed probably the guy I know the best. So go figure. Sorry, Astro. My bad. Monkey Cat. Bring on the eggs and we'll all learn stuff. Yeah, that's kind of what I want to do. I want to just make it. I don't want to make it an echo chamber. I want to make it something where somebody can walk away and be like, you know what? I didn't know that. I want to make it to where, because I jokingly say, if you learn something while you're here, it's strictly by accident. Now, that's self-deprecating humor. I hope that I teach something somewhere along the line at one time or another to where somebody comes away with this thinking, I didn't know that, or I have no more clarification on that, or like, I want to go look that up and find out more about it, something like that. And that's kind of where I hope this channel goes. And that's kind of direction I want it to go. I'll talk skateboarding with you better than Roger Level can. Yeah, Monkey, I don't doubt that at all. And here's the funny thing. Like, I haven't heard Roger complete a single thought in the last 2 months of live streams I've listened to. Everyone ends mid-sentence and with a nervous laughter. I don't know what to tell you. I used to be addicted to Hokey Pokey, but I turned myself around. Yeah, that's funny. I like that one. Just had a quick look. Ross, scary stuff, made me shudder. I can't wait for your van ride. Wait, hold up. Are you doing Pull It Up, Mr. Ross? Steve's Creepy Van, is that your next target? Broncos game for caller. Hey, cool. I get it, but don't worry about it. Let's see. Roger that is in the house. Welcome back. Roger that. Yeah, Ross is. So Ross has a particular thing that he thinks proves flat Earth that obviously is in my wheelhouse. He talks about radio, he talks about Ace High, he talks about microwave, he talks about all these topics he knows nothing about. And he never gets to it in any of his debates. So I watched his debates with Toon, I watched his debates with FTFE. The last one with Max and FTFE were rather short. Way to go, Max. And I've watched some of his lives on TikTok. I've watched some of his MDD debates. I've watched the one with him and Vince. It's like he never gets around to it. And I would love him to have a chance to tell us everything he knows, all the applied experience he has to prove that hypothesis with me. Because it would be interesting. Because my experience demonstrates the opposite. So I'm guessing he has something, evidence, something that's going to, I don't know, be enough to sway a general person, right? I mean, that makes sense. But yeah, I would love to have him get an opportunity to have that conversation with him. Just don't think it'll happen, though. Listening to 2 months of Roger is torture. Yeah. CMS, luckily, you can do it at fast speed, which is great. And you can I also have a new tool from Harnell that allows me to read transcripts, which is, it's weird because he has different people up, but I can put it in the clip too, like the video link, and I can identify speakers and then give them funny names. And then anytime I load up a video, it'll label them with that. And then I can take that transcript and find the clips that I need and stuff like that with timestamps. But I can use Harnold's one to help me locate even what video to look for, because he's got 200 of them. So go figure. Roger has a schoolgirl crush. Does he? Am I missing something here? Okay, so let's see. Episode title, Pulling It Up with Ross. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, CMS, you really should. It is useful, very useful. Like, I was able to take an entire channel, break down entire transcripts into a single file, upload it into an AI, and give me summaries. Like, give me a summary of Roger's employment history. And it gives me everything he's ever said about his employment history. Give me all the topics he's talked about Antarctica, and give me a summary of that. And then I was like, okay, I'm looking for specific quotes. What are some of the dumbest things he said about Antarctica? Oh, he said this, this, this. Great. Now I know what the quote is. I can go find it. Jim Daniels. Hiya, Roger. That 007. We can now make our message stand out. Hip yeah. Thank you, Jim Daniels. I greatly appreciate it. I'll expand on it in my video, but I think he's misinterpreted some advice from Kai Sikant. Get famous on social media course. I really think he's teasing rage bait for clout. Yes, if you look at his TikTok lives now, let me see if he's live. He's not. If you look at his lives, he has a graphic up, and it says it's based on race. It's based on America's Atlantis, Earth is flat. It's like every hot button topic you could pick, right? And he claims that he's 12,581 and 0 in debates and all this other stuff. So yes, I honestly believe he is literally chasing clout and trying to do something, and he's kind of doing everything, hoping something sticks. I don't think Flat Earth stuck with him because he has no real talking points. All he does is recycle other people's presentations that he doesn't even know. So, Bruce Wayne just got here. What I missed? Not much. You can rewind, fast forward, a few announcements. That's about it. Ross is a dumbass. Yes. But yeah, Steve Scriven, you're not wrong, Steve. I kind of agree. I think he is chasing clout. I think he's trying to make, be internet famous. I think he's rage baiting in a way to get more people in. But if you listen to him and you listen to the people who are talking to him, It's like low level conspiracy stuff. It's so bad. It's so bad. Yes, everyone needs to sub to DVids. Everyone needs to sub to CMS. Everyone needs to sub to Real Harnold. It's Harnold here. Let's put it this way. If you have a debunking channel, even if you, well, let me phrase it. If you don't have a debunking channel yourself, right? And well, if you do, obviously you can post your link whenever you feel like when you're here. Let me know, reach out to me. Let's talk about it. Let's do a collab. Let's have a conversation. Let's go over some of the things you've done. Like Icy Spin and I have had multiple conversations, either in a voice chat or also in like on Tunes thing, where we're laughing about the fact that Geo doesn't appreciate his thumbnails and titles, much less what he does, like post their own words in context. So people like Icy Spin who are putting together a channel and stuff like that, by all means, let's get together. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about your channel. Let's talk about what it's, what it does. Let's talk about what you hope for it. Let's get more subs. Let's do everything else. I am a very small channel. I have 500 subs. I don't know how I got here, but I'm happy to help anybody else who to get here. And that goes for anybody watching this on a VOD, anybody watching this live. Hit me up on Discord, hit me up on emails, hit me up on any way you want to do a collaboration, to have a conversation or anything else like that. I am happy to do that. I love working with other content creators. I love working with people. Having the opportunity to carry Wes's debate on general relativity and gravity and relative density and all other fun stuff was highly, highly entertaining for me. But at the same time, I also like to put out original content. I like to put out, see what other people are also putting out. I like to work together on stuff. So that's, it's open. I am willing to do that. It doesn't matter who you are, what you want to talk about. Let's have a conversation. If it's something that coincides with, something we both want to do, then let's do it. Let's work together on that. I'm happy to have that. I had to admit to King Nico, I was wrong. It was terrible. I feel my channel is more of a dunking channel than debunking. You know what, though? But here's the same thing, though. We need both. Like, I'll dunk on the idea, maybe occasionally on the person. But then I will try to apply my own experience in something that makes a sense of it. But I'm not going to have a conversation about somebody about general relativity because it's not my realm. I'll leave that to Professor Phil Bell. I'll leave it to something else, some of the other things. Sorry, I got a new chair and I'm still trying to find where I sit in it to where it's comfortable. So I believe both needs to be done. And I find that I'm not overly animated. I'm not very, like, if you watch Whatcast, The Drunk Debunk Show, DP Debunks, Tune, FTFE, you watch those channels, you're getting a real life Muppet and their reactions. Me doing a reaction video to me, does not seem like it would be that entertaining. I'm not a Muppet. I'm kind of like a more subtle reaction. Sometimes I laugh, sometimes I get a little overboard. Depends how much rum is involved, but you get the point. I don't think anybody wants to watch that. It's not my forte. It's not my forte. I would rather teach something and do something like that. But I honestly think we definitely need both. And that's why, like Steve's Creepy Van asked me to work with him on a video he was doing on DMOC. That was fun. I enjoyed that. That was hilarious. I had a lot of fun doing that. Working with DP Debunks on the Dingo Fence was fun. Working with CMS on some of the songs was fun. Working out on visuals. Working with Mike on the Drunk Debunk Show to get my first thing out of the Battle of the Beams. Outstanding. Fun. I enjoy it. I'd love to do more things with him. Being up on Tune one-on-one after the Shiva experiment was great. I would love to do that again. I'm of the thing of, I'm going to be more present. I'm going to be more, you can count on me more to have more content, to do more things, whether it be live streams, whether it be videos or what. There's two things I want to bring up. I have decided, due to viewing, that weekly STV reports are going to be retired. I think, while I thought the idea was funny, it's a little bit not helpful for a search, and a lot of people aren't going to click because they're like, "What the fuck is this?" They don't even want to give it a chance. So we're gonna rebrand that into like reality check. So we're gonna start doing something a little more regular on that, because the problem with that segment was is always news cycle dependent. It was always going to be like, what's the conspiracies this week? And there's some weeks where it's every fucking conspiracy. And there's other weeks where it's like, there's no conspiracies, or it's one we already did like chemtrails, or one we already did like radar. And it's like, oh my fucking God, I don't want to beat a dead horse. I do not want to make more glue. But that being said, I want to do something that's more of what I'm going to call it reality check, where I'm going to take a claim, we're going to spin it around, and we're going to actually talk about it. I'm a puppet. Look at my pick. Yeah, Roger, you're that. That's true. Sit in the part where the button goes. Yeah, that's good. Hey, Brenda, nice of you to show up. Thank you for being here. Real nice to be here. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here as well. What else are they going missing? Steve's keeping it. Exactly. I'm like, let's make this personal immediately. Take your best shot. Yeah, I get that way. Like, I'm not gonna lie. When I'm doing a script of something and I'm trying to tear down something, I usually have to rewrite it 4 or 5 times, because the first time is just straight schoolyard behavior, and it's funny to me, but I don't know if it's funny to everybody else. So I usually try to like, all right, let's scale this back. Let's dissect the idea. Let's not attack the person. Let's play nice. Let's not delve into politics, all this other stuff. There's plenty of other people who do that. I want to differentiate myself from the other crowd. How do I do that? Well, maybe I'll teach. Maybe I'll poke fun. Maybe I'll drop 3,000 F-bombs in a single live stream. Who the hell knows? Maybe we'll drink lots of rum. I don't know. But I'm curious to see how it goes. Really? All right. Olivia is actually texting me from the other room because she's having problems with getting on the network. So we might have to take a little bit of a break here. But let me just finish this thought. But yeah, I get personal right away. I'm all for it. Then there's other times where I'm like, let me just hold on a second. And Olivia just says, hi guys, to everybody, and a text message just popped up on my screen. So anyway, so here's what, so that's kind of what's going on. This is what the direction we're going into. Oh, she says you're all so skibbity. So I hope you guys feel special now. Anyway, so that's kind of the direction we're going into. That's what I'm doing. Like I said, open to collabs, open to doing different things. We're going to get kind of away from Flat Earth for the most part. Still doing some content. Don't get me wrong. It deserves to be ridiculed, mocked, and corrected. Don't get me wrong. But there's a lot of other conspiracies out there I want to start handling. And one of them is like the conspiracy that if you got the COVID shot, you have a 5G transmitter in your arm, which is almost as ridiculous as Flat Earth. When you go into it, or all these other conspiracies that are out there and stuff like that. So I want to start tackling them, kind of one at a time. Not necessarily leave Flat Earth alone. By any means, that's the last thing we should do. But at the same time, there's a couple other things that we need to be doing. I think I should tackle, and there's also the idea of the extra science panels where we learn something. Let's bring up a subject matter expert. Let's have a conversation. Let's all learn something. Let's open it up to random questions. What do you want to know about physics? What do you want to ask Professor Phil Bell? Let's open it up. You know, that kind of thing. Been thinking about doing something with my channel. Great. Monkey, you want to have a conversation? We can do that. If you don't, whatever. Oh, Urban Cheese would like to have a conversation. Oh, look. Hi, Princess. You want to start name calling already? Great. I tell you what. Do you have Discord? Herb Cheese from Unda Cheese. Do you have Discord? Do you want to jump up on Discord, or should I make a Zoom link just for you? I tell you what, Princess, you tell me how you want to call in and we'll have a conversation, okay? I don't want to make it too hard for you. I don't want to post a link and have you not be able to find it. I don't want to tell you to use Discord and have you complain that you have to download something. You tell me what works for you. Bruce Wayne, yeah, so if you don't do a debunk channel, you don't know where to start. That's not novel. That's everyone has struggled with that. What I decided to start was what I know. You know, I have a career in telecommunications. I have a career. I started there and worked outwards. I have certain hobbies that generated towards science. There's certain things I do with my daughter that is science driven. So I just started with what I knew and went from there. That's it. But the only advice I'll say is don't try to be somebody you're not. I'm not a Muppet. Me doing reaction videos, not enjoyable for anybody. Unless I'm getting exasperated and have too much rum, in which case then I start acting like a Muppet. But I digress. That part, at any rate, howdy to everyone. I hope you're all doing well. That part, welcome. What challenge flatters is a myth? That pretty much is it. Yeah, you landed right in the right space. So let me put on. I'm gonna put on a. Let me put on a collaboration of sorts. Let me go help Olivia get on the network real quick, and I will turn this back over to you guys. So let's see. What do we want to watch today? Let's see. Oh, well, I know it's been played a few times, but we do have Planes Don't Dip Their Nose. I mean, that's always a plus, right? I mean, that's a 4.5 minute one. That gets me enough time to kind of fix what's going on. Give me a phone number and I'll call in. Dude, do you not understand what I said? Are you not understanding the words coming out of my mouth? How am I going to patch a phone number in? I mean, do you want a Zoom call? Is that it? Then say Zoom call. It's not fucking hard. Jesus. All right. We're going to play Planes Don't Dip Their Nose because I need the four. Yeah, what is this, a telethon? Yeah, I guess so. My hobby is triathlons. Oh, well, okay. Bruce, we should probably have an offline conversation about that. So, all right, let's do CMS, Planes Don't Dip Their Nose, and let me go figure out what I'm doing and fix what's going on, and I'll be right back. So let's do this, stop this. And, oh, that's not what I wanted. Whoops. All right. Let's do a quick fade over. Let's do a transition. And let's play this. Actually, why don't we do this? Let's change this up a minute. Let's do the full screen. Of course, it's the wrong screen. Sorry, I made some changes to OBS, and apparently I did not change all my sources the way I wanted it to. So let's do this.
He's back online with a question he's rehearsed. Same one every night, yeah, it just gets worse. If the plane don't nose down, then explain this, bro. Altitude, pitch, nah, they're the same, you know. Attitude, indicator spinning in his head. Gyros lying, gravity's dead. Down is south, south is down. Every compass points to Black Mountain northbound. He treats the world like it's nailed to a board. Local frames of reference completely ignored. Ask the question, talk right through the reply. If you answer it once, he'll ask it five. Planes don't dip their nose, so welcome to flat Earth. Ignore the math, ignore the charts, ignore how flying works. Planes don't dip their nose, so welcome to flat Earth. If reality disagrees with me, then reality's the one that's cursed. Three-body problem, I made that's it. Sun, Earth, Moon, impossible to predict. Never mind the equations, never mind the proof. If it sounds complicated, it must be a spoof. NASA just guessing eclipses by vibes. It's all Sarah cycles and ancient sky tribes. Path of totality, don't ask me how, says angels of shite. Case closed for now, the Earth's just a clock. Tick tock, tick tock. No idea why, but it sounds a rock solid. Dark sun speeds up south, slows down north. Observe reality, nah, that's just shite. So welcome to flat Earth. Gyroscopes are fake as hell, but flares all know their worth. Planes don't dip their nose. So welcome to flat Earth. If down ain't glued to space itself, then tell me what this argument's worth. Pitch is altitude, altitude's pitch. If they're not the same, then science is a snitch. If the plane stays level, it's facing away unless I rotate the model. Hey, wait, not that way. Treat the Earth flat and stationary. See that approximation proves it obviously. Zoom out too far. Whoa, don't do that, friend. Local looks flat, argument ends. Dave Weiss nods, Angels tries to please. DITRH, notice me, senpai, please. Repeats the script like a prayer each night, hoping cloud flows down from flat Earth heights. Angels of shite preaching gospel by field, debunked on screen, still calls it a win. Planes don't dip their nose. So welcome to flat Earth. Three-body math, too scary made. Let's call it all a curse. Planes don't dip their nose. So welcome to flat Earth. Ask it again, ignore the answer. That's how you prove the verse.
So we had a quick fix. Kind of like a Verizon outage. It's a server problem. So we're going to have to figure out what it is. They're not in prison, Urban Cheese. If you understand what that is, then you may be speaking from experience. They're in a mental hospital. Oh, you take offense to being a Poe. I'm sorry. Um, all right. So let's kind of get back on track here a little bit. Did I miss anything while I was out? Let's see. Let's go back. This is for pay to win Jack Fetter, aka Chirps Ahoy. Thank you for the $2. I see spend. Chirps Ahoy. That's a good one. I like that. Um, so yeah, let me get a little caught up. So Bruce Wayne, yeah, why don't are you on Discord, Bruce Wayne, or no? If you are, hit me up. If you're not, shoot me an email. Let's set up a time where we can have a conversation about it and some other things. The biomedical research and development is great because you'll be able to handle things like vaccines and other stupid ass medical advice that goes on the internet, because that is something I don't touch. I only barely touch it, and that's only because I know histories of it. Like, when they say vaccines never have the double blind. There was also, there was the, what the hell was it? It was a field test by Salk for polio that actually was a double blind, complete with placebos. So obviously that is a moot point and no longer valid. But no, we can have a conversation, and I'll do my best to help out whatever you want to. Oh, Icy Spin gave out free Skittles. Waka waka waka. Um, um, Urban Cheese, what are you going on about here? Someone whose views are so extreme they are hard to see as something other than satirical. Yeah, well, go figure. Can't call him right now. Wife's boyfriend is railing her. Well, that sounds like a problem. Oh yeah. Thank you, Icy Spin. I appreciate doing the mod thing. Thank you. That's what Google tells you a Poe is. So Urban Cheese actually tried to do some research, which is nice. Hey, that is nice. That's a nice change. I will take that for what it's worth. Let's see. Something else I wanted to look at here is I want to bring up something. Since again, if you're here because of the title, and we're expecting to see Jaren, there seems to be a scheduling issue. We're not doing that today. Don't worry, I will adjust the description and the thumbnail for what we're actually talking about today. I just won't do that right this second because I'd rather talk to you guys. So, what I want to do is I'm looking for a few things. All right. I got that video queued up. I need to sorry, I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing here. I had notes about Ashton here. And let me just do a search. It might make it easier. So we're going to play 2 shorts, maybe 3. Because it kind of goes into what the channel does as a whole. And he literally put out 4 videos in a week, 4 shorts. And every video touches on something this channel does specifically: declassified files, pseudoscience, misinformation, and bullshit. So we need to figure out which one's which. The first one, stop. Ashton, shut up. I don't need you yet. How about we all call in and cause a ruckus? Yeah, you know what? We might end up doing that too. That could be funny. I have a pet theory. Herbie Cheese may be Industrial Nerd playing silly boogers. That could be. I wouldn't put it past him. That's the funny thing about it. That's why I love Industrial Nerd. He's entertaining, to say the least. Okay. So I got to find OBS. I have so screwed everything up here. Let's see. Let's move this up here to here. Let's do this. All right. And now where did my chat window go? All right. This is turning into a shit show of epic proportions, but that's all right. That's one of the fun things about this is we know you're live when stupid shit happens all the time. Hey, give me that. That. There we go. Okay. No, DP is still taking care of personal things. I'm trying to get him to come on and hang out and just shoot the shit and have fun with everybody. So remind him of why we do this and why everyone's so much fun to hang out with. He's open to the idea, but it's got to be on his terms. So I'm not pushing. I'm trying to be the supportive friend as much as possible. Give him his space, but force him to check in with me every once in a while to make sure that he's not lying in a half inch of water in the bathtub. So there's that. But we're going through that. Is Jerry in the basement? Can we see if he's okay? I don't have a basement, so either way. So let's talk a little bit about Ashton, shall we? Because Ashton is special. Now I'm going to play this, and then we're going to dissect it, because it's like 2 minutes, and he says a lot of shit, and we're going to kind of go back. But pay attention to what he says. It's not that there's going to be a quiz or anything like that, but pay attention to what he says, because we're mining for gold here. And you'll see what I mean. Who is Ashton? Ashton Forbes. Okay, for those who don't know who this is Ashton Forbes. Or he goes by Four Orbs because branding. Ashton fancies himself an investigative journalist. When MH370 disappeared 10 years ago plus now, his theory was that military, unknown, super advanced technology, let me rephrase that. His evidence that he received was supposedly from whistleblowers, and they showed a FLIR, or a forward-looking infrared video a thermal video from a supposed drone of the flight that shows 3 orbs flashing around it. And the plane just disappears into like a wormhole. And he also has another video that's supposedly from a satellite, which has no parallax whatsoever, but we will discuss and all the debunking that goes into these videos that shows a different version of the 3 orbs. And his contention is that the U.S. military and the U.S. government has technology that allows them to use aneutronic fusion in these orbs to teleport people, in this case, a 747 or whatever the plane was, to Diego Garcia for reasons. Because there are some scientists and engineers that are on superconductors that are on the way to China, or look, it gets convoluted real quick. But if you want to know who Ashton is, here's what I can say. Grab yourself a drink, grab yourself some popcorn, pull up Professor Dave Farina, and pull up his 2 Ashton videos. You'll thank me later. That's all I'm going to say to that. Yes, Asshat Forbes. I also refer to him as Asshat Foreskin and a bunch of other stuff. But Asshat is the basic name that he should have. So let's go ahead and let's just play this, because this video was triggering on so many levels. I paused it 5 or 6 times to kind of like do a, like, what the fuck are we watching kind of mentality. Like, what does that even mean kind of mentality? But get your Hubris Valley Ranch out. It's word salad time.
There's a whole new class of ship called the Trump class.
Welcome to Mar-a-Lago for this exciting announcement of the new Golden Fleet. Hypersonic weapons, many hypersonic weapons, state-of-the-art electric rail guns, and even the high-powered lasers that you've been starting to read about. We have lasers where you aim the laser at a target, it just wipes it out.
You can't just drop, we're going to have electromagnetic rail guns and not give me some details, bro. Because electromagnetic railgun could be pretty much anything. What do you even mean by that at this point? Because also lasers as well. Are they talking about high-powered, short-distance lasers that are used in fusion? Are they talking about long-distance quantum interferometer experiments that can produce energy at a distance?
And the most sophisticated laser in the world will be on the battleships that we're building.
Using the technology that we have to create an American hegemony. We're basically like the Empire in Star Wars, and we are just taking over the various colonies. We're expanding our influence, exerting our influence. If you think I'm exaggerating even one tiny iota, America is quite literally about to annex Greenland. Trump appoints Marco Rubio special envoy to Greenland. We need it for national security. We have to have it. There's a whole new class of ship called the Trump class.
Welcome.
Oh, okay. I hope you guys all found that as entertaining as I did. Let's talk a little bit about what Asshat had to say, shall we? All right, let me find my notes, because I literally had to write notes on this shit. First things first. This is how chasing clout works in the pseudoscience realm, right? You start with real words and associate with, the real words people associate with power. Things like hypersonic, lasers, electromagnetic railguns, right? Then, without ever defining them, use it as a trampoline to, therefore, my sci-fi conclusions about orbs and MH370 is true. That's the definition of chasing clout. Okay? But let's learn something. Let's see. Let me pull up this document here. Okay. This is from Congress.gov. Holy shit. I'm having a day. Nope. Stop it. You're moving too much. There we go. All right. Let's define hypersonics for half of a second here, okay? The U.S. military has actively pursued the development of hypersonic weapons, maneuvering weapons that fly at speeds of at least Mach 5. That's nothing new. It's been part of its conventional prompt global strike program since the early 2000s. Russia's been doing it. China's been doing it. Everybody's been doing it. This isn't some kind of fucking fangled new technology. This is 20 years old of stuff that people have been working on trying to get done. Why hypersonic? Simple. If it moves fast, it's harder to shoot down. Right? Okay. Now, let's go into his next bullshit. What happened to my notes? Oh, here we go. Shipboard lasers. Okay. By the way, if you want to look that up, the hypersonics is CRS R45811. Okay, you can look up to it. It doesn't mean unstoppable alien tech. It's actually a defense program with people developing prototypes to try to fulfill a need as defined by the military. If we had alien tech, why the fuck would we need Boeing, Northrop Grumman, and Lockheed to develop this shit? We would just use it. The next one I'm going to bring up is CRS R44175. We're going to talk a little bit about ship lasers. Now, ship lasers are a fun little thing because, well, they're currently in use. That's the fun part. So this report that I pulled up here provides the background information and issues for Congress on shipboard solid-state lasers, okay? They're developing these for surface ship self-defense. Now, the reason why they do this is because of drones, because of anti-ship missiles, and also for, close-in boats. I mean, there's any number of self-preserving defense uses for this. Now, the part that I want to kind of like make clear here. Lasers exist, okay, first and foremost, and they're in the Navy development program. Okay, that's nothing new. Not alien tech again. And this CRS is basically lays out the part the grifters never say out loud. Okay, this part right over here. So lasers are line of sight. They're affected by atmosphere. They're affected by turbulence, dwell time, tracking, power, and heat. Also subject to refraction. They're not magic. They're a tool to fit a certain requirement. They're tested. They're prototyped. They're put into service. It's not new. It's something they've been working on for decades. Now, this is the part that kills me. He goes in. Sorry, this gives me a headache. He goes in and just basically says, what was the part he said? A railgun could be anything. That's what he said. Okay. He said a railgun could be anything. Now, here's the funny thing. A railgun can't just be anything. It is a specific fucking thing. It's been under test for years. It hasn't been deployed on a ship because of, well, issues, engineering issues, scientific issues. Shit asshat doesn't know how to pertain, like how to deconstruct and think about. But his audience doesn't want to hear that. So playing to his audience is that let's work on the definition. A railgun is simple, okay? It is 2 rails. It has an armature and massive current. It therefore creates a Lorentz force and it accelerates the projectile at exceedingly fast speeds and throws it out the barrel towards a target. Now, don't get me started on flat earthers and railguns and stupidity like that. That's a different topic. We'll address that when it comes up. But they do have a parabolic flight path that's not like straight. People are dumb. Because in the documentation for the railgun, it talks about, oh, the effect of gravity that pulls it down. Why the fuck does it do that? Anyway. A railgun is not just anything electromagnetic, okay? It's like saying an airplane could pretty much be anything like a skateboard. An airplane could be anything. A skateboard's a car. But think about what he said. It said it could be anything when there's an actual definition of what it is. Wrong again, asshat. Now, the Navy railgun effort has had problems. It's had a lot of problems. Specifically, there's some like really harsh realities that it has to overcome. Power integration into the ship, okay? Wear, heat, cost, reliability, priorities, funding. These are all shit that has to be overcome to get them deployed. So just because a president says we're introducing this new class of battleships, okay, he can't name it. The Navy names it based on whatever the flagship or the first ship of the class is. For example, I was on the Kitty Hawk. The Kitty Hawk is the Kitty Hawk class. That included USS Constellation. The USS Nimitz is the Nimitz class supercarriers. The Gerald R. Ford is the Gerald R. Ford class of supercarriers. That's how that works. Besides that, now, the engineering for the railgun has to take in all this and everything, and we haven't been able to solve that yet. Supposedly Japan has. Supposedly China has. Not a whole lot of evidence that says that they actually have. Sorry, I need a little evidence. I need something I can sink my teeth into and figure it out for myself. I know, it's called do your own research. But that wasn't the part that actually made my brain explode. Here's what made my brain explode. Okay. I don't know if you caught this. He said quantum interferometer that creates energy at a distance. Now, it specifically says long range quantum interferometer that creates energy at a distance. This made me throw socks at the TV. The sentence is so long on so many levels, it's almost fucking impressive. First, and most of you already know this, because you're science people. You like science. You're here because you've been part of this flat earth debunking community and supporting it. So you actually know what an interferometer is. For those who don't know, it's simple. It's used for measuring, not generating. So just throwing the word quantum, interferometer, and generating energy from nothing. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Simple. It's not a generator, it's a ruler is what it is. You want to make it simplistic? That's the difference. Like if you pull up NIST, right? LIGO. It's a precision measurement tool, right? Distance, displacement, vibration, metrology, not meteorology, metrology. Okay. It doesn't produce energy at a distance. Fucking God. It, it produces numbers about distance. And he uses quantum like a buzzword, like it's a fucking cheat code. Like they're interconnected and they have tanglement and they can go different places and all this other stupid fucking horseshit to make himself sound intelligent. Like it's getting used like an emotional support animal. I mean, seriously. Whenever asshat gets into something that is a little outside his realm, he throws quantum in front of it to kind of hug it and make him feel better, to hide his insecurity from his audience. That's his tell. And it's not a mechanism. It's a scale. Oh my God. This is the shit we deal with. This is what this channel does. Because everything about that video was wrong. Even the part about Greenland, sort of right. Trump actually said those words, but he did not point Marco Rubio as the special envoy. He had pointed somebody else. It's so bad. Like nothing about it makes sense. He also has another video that comes out that talks about graphene and orbs and how NASA has these orbs to create teleportation. Can you guess how much of that is going to be wrong? His NASA research, his research into NASA unclassified research explains the orb craft. Okay. And how its mechanism, how it flies, how it creates energy out of nothing, how it creates these wormholes. Okay. He has another video talking about MH370. You know what? This one is worthwhile. This is how I want you to understand how bad Ashton is. But the funny thing is I want to see if you get it. I want to see if you see it too. Okay. So I want you guys to kind of put your hat on. I want you to listen to what he says. I want you to look at what he points at, and I want you to start forming it in your own mind. And when I come back from this, we're going to discuss it. And I want you to see if you got to the same point I did. Okay? Because here's the funny thing. I can watch videos 5 times and I'm still seeing different shit that I missed the first time. Whether it be some weird logical leap of faith or whether it be some word that was used in reference that doesn't make sense, like quantum. This is what I'm talking about. So let's see if you guys see it too. Shut up, Ashton. I'm not ready for you yet. Got it. You just go right into talking. All right, so let's see. Oh, before we start this real quick, let me see. Am I getting caught up on anything? Nope. I'm checking for tags, guys. So if you're in chat and you want to tag me, then tag me. Actually, I did miss something from Jim Daniels. Wait, is this guy related to Mikey Smith, perhaps? Me? Wouldn't put it by him because they kind of both have the same sort of intellectual threshold, let's call it. Mr. Farina, James Tor. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Nick N came up. Yeah, he brought a valid point. I didn't actually even discuss this. The drawings that they showed when the battleship was announced showed it being powered by diesel turbines. Okay, that's so. We have propulsion for ships, and that same propulsion manages all the systems on the ships, all the electric, all the power, all the water, all the power, all the steam. Everything is powered through the propulsion system, which is usually nuclear or diesel or things like that. Diesel is the less efficient of all of them. The fact that they showed that it was diesel turbine should give you a clue that they had no idea what the fuck they were announcing to begin with, that it was all just an announcement. It's theater. It's not fake. It's just, it's proposed. Think of it that way. All right. Now let's go back to Ashton here for a minute. Come on, asshat. Let's see what we got here. Now, remember, I want you guys to watch this. Like, really watch it and tell me if you got it what I get.
Obviously, I'm the MH370 guy. I'm the guy that solved MH370. World hasn't really woken up to it yet, but they are searching again right now. They aren't going to find anything because we have 2 videos. In the bottom left corner of one of those videos, there are Google Earth GPS coordinates. When I say that, I mean 6 decimal places. So we know where that plane is in those videos. That plane is in the Nicobar Islands on the flight path of MH370. Do you get me now? No Inmarsat pings required. The plane disappeared out of the sky in the Nicobar Islands. That's like 2,000 miles away from the South Indian Ocean. Unless they teleported it to the South Indian Ocean, it ain't down there. Obviously, I'm the MH370 guy.
So, let's talk a little bit about this. So, supposedly now, here's the part I want you to get is, remember, he's the MH370 guy, right? They all went to Diego Garcia. Now they're not. The plane's actually in Nicobar Islands. He says that's where they are because that's where they're searching. Has he said that previously? No. But did you catch this? He says these are GPS coordinates down to 6 decimals. Okay. It won't let me bring it up any further. Hopefully you guys can see that. It says 6 decimals. Okay, now here's the funny thing about this. His evidence is a debunked video with supposed GPS coordinates in the corner. Okay, think about that. It's a graphic. It's not even evidence. But let's suppose that he believes they're GPS coordinates and we want to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm feeling generous. I've had some rum. Let's run with this like a pair of scissors and see where it goes. You know, here's the problem. 6 decimal places, 8.83. I forgot what these numbers are. Hold on a second. I got to see if I can find them. I actually went and looked for them in a different thing. Great. I didn't save that. Perfect. Let's just call it what it is. All right. So he says these are GPS coordinates, but here's the problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's right. 6 decimals. Cool. That means that should be 1 meter, 1 centimeter in error margin. But then we go over here to the second one, and it has a different number, and it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's not a 6-7 joke in this, but there's 5 digits in one GPS number. There's 6 digits in another GPS number, and he seems to think that that's X marks the spot. Regardless of the video being debunked, regardless of the fact that it's a static with no parallax or anything else like that, nothing's moving in the video except the plane. The fact that someone actually found a stock photo being used and actually recreated how to put it together. Let's eliminate all that. Let's just suspend belief for a moment. What makes them think that 5 digits on one number and 6 digits on another is any sort of reference to real world. Shouldn't they be the same? It's disheartening. And there's people who buy it and sit there and think, I claim Nicobar Islands. They're going to find him there. He's going to claim victory and just conveniently forget all the videos he made where he said everyone went to David Garcia. It was a military plot. He had Jason Jabani, John Barani, whatever. Some wacko. He's the guy who thinks that the moon is a spaceship and we're all survivors from a thermonuclear war in Mars. And the moon came over here to deliver us and to terraform the Earth. That's his belief. Him and Asshat had a nice little conversation where they talked about all this hidden technology that Asshat has been able to find through unclassified documentation research, and that Jason agrees with. And they had a nice little, somewhat fascist powwow where they talked about people should die and there should be a armed resistance to the government to release this free energy bullshit to the masses. Not making it up. Yes, you need 3 sets. There's one missing. Yeah, the Uber Moon. You're right, Big Fish. You can smell the rum. Yeah, no shit. Look, it's the weekend. It's snowing. Rum is my coping mechanism. Someone's going to use this. I swear to God, they're going to think that I'm serious about all these times I mentioned rub, and they're going to use it as a character assassination. They're going to use it against me in a court of law. I should probably stop, but it's too much fun. So here's the funny thing. This is what this channel's for. We take the scary military idea about what's going on, especially the unclassified documents that anybody can read, but Asshat seems to think he's the only one who found. And we apply context. We take the pseudoscience of interferometry generated lasers on a quantum level and apply a definition. We take idiots like Asshat Forbes and we show them for what they are. Grifters chasing clout, hoping, dying to get on Joe Rogan. Will take any podcast in the meantime. Swears up and down he has friends who are military whistleblowers, who are releasing him information, engineers who are on the free energy, cutting edge, and it's just a matter of time before he's proven right. These are the ideas. These are the people. This is what we do. And if you enjoy it, by all means, hit the sub button and keep coming back because we're going to keep doing it. If you don't enjoy it, you know what? I'm an acquired taste. I'm not for everybody. But please do your own research and reach out to somebody who maybe has a little expertise with satellites or visuals, optics, stuff like that before you start making up your own mind. And always make sure you include the word debunk when you do your searches. So, yes, and you're right, Marcus. Decimalizing the coordinates is very, very, very common. Usually, you can do both. If you go to where am I, you can get not only the degrees, minutes, seconds. You can also get the decimal things, and usually it's to 5 or 6 places. Now, why is it difference between 5 and 6? Well, the difference is one is like 1 centimeter error margin. The other one is like it's like 100 meters, or it's something different. Like it's like a kilometer. You can't have a different scale for different axes, right? It doesn't work that way. If you have 6 digits on one, you should have 6 digits on another. So is this more proof that asshat has been taken advantage of and was shown to be a complete idiot who will absolutely report and believe anything? Maybe. I'd do something like that if I was smart enough. So yeah, so that, we did a little live debunk there for what it was worth. It's, I don't know. It's what it is. Kind of had a change and, kind of had to do a little bit of a pivot for today. But we've been on for 2 hours. We got to talk about the channel. We got to talk about what's coming up new. I don't know if there's anybody live that's worth even talking about right now. Is there anybody? Let's see. No. Oh, there's the Artemis live. That's fun. FTFE is on TikTok. Greg is streaming. Okay. Let's show this. Come on. Let's show this. Hey, you know what that is? That's Artemis 2. That's the crawler. Guess who's going to be launching soon? Algorithm. You're absolutely right. I had the math and I misplaced it because I didn't really actually plan on talking about asshat today. And I've been working on a bunch of things and I have too many things open. I'm not going to lie. I have too much shit open. I don't know where everything is right now. I have to find my notes from asshat. I have like 2 sets of notes because I worked on one. I think it's on my other laptop actually, because I have a laptop for when I travel, when I'm trying to create ideas and stuff like that. And I'm typing up things and doing math and research and stuff. So it might be on my other computer. They're supposed to be linked. They don't always link through OneDrive. And not to mention, searching my OneDrive is kind of like searching for matching dark socks in the dryer when you're colorblind. That's what it's like. You can tell it's AI because the flag only has 11 stripes. I'm not falling for it. It's bullshit. Yeah, that's right. This is all bullshit. You aren't going anywhere. You're going to stay right here. There's nobody on that. I hope not. It's not going anywhere. It's just going to dive into the ocean. Chicken. Flag isn't moving. Must be on the moon already. Get fair. It's already there. Didn't know we were already going there, so I guess so. According to Abrax, the launch window apparently opens on February 6th. So we got, well, here's the fun thing. You have 3 weeks of watching this. But February 6th, I'm going to mark that on my calendar. Maybe we'll live stream. Maybe we'll have a conversation. Maybe we'll do nothing. I don't know. I rather enjoy it. I dog fooded OneDrive. You have my sympathies. Yeah, I'm trying to find something that it works for me that I can go between two different setups, the desktop and the laptop, because I'm not always home. I could be in the other room on my work computer doing work, and all of a sudden I have a bright idea and I need to type it out, write it out real quick. I try to separate my workspace from my hobby space, and it's getting more and more difficult to do that. But yeah, I need to find a better way of doing this. I'm working on it. It's actually one of my New Year's resolutions. Get good, I guess you could say. Get better. Get good might be a little too high of a bar to reach. So there you go. There's the view for the next 3 weeks. Enjoy it. Interesting times in our lives. I'm going to be watching it. I'm going to be enjoying it. It's something I want to do. Everyday Astronaut will definitely cover this 6 million times to one. Definitely someone you should watch. Very knowledgeable. Has a lot of good things. Remote desktop is how I handle it. So I only store things locally. That is a good idea. Because I'll be on the can on my phone and be like, bright idea. And it's like, all right, I got to carry that over to the desktop and I got to carry that over to the laptop or whatever. Yeah, I'm a disorganized mess. What can I say? I am ADHD, the personified. Do not look at my files. They will only cause you the world's largest migraine. I'm not going to lie. Luckily, my daughter survives it. She lives with it. She takes the quirks for what they're worth. Let's call it that way. So, hopefully the O-rings don't get too cold. Yeah, too soon. Not really too soon, but yeah, I get your point. Remote desktop is great. I would run my server, and everything else off of one monitor. So I have 3 monitors. And I actually moved the chat down to here for reasons. Let me do that and do that. Actually, I didn't want that one. I wanted OBS. Thank you. So the 3 monitors, and I have a KV switch that allows me to switch between my desktop and my laptop, and everything goes with it. All my peripherals and everything else goes with it. But the problem I have is that, and I also have my laptop, and then I also have the phone. So trying to kind of consolidate everything into one, I just need to find a better method. I just need to sit down and sort it out. I probably could use a life coach, if I'm being honest. Get my ADHD a little under control, get it thinking in a constructive way that I can actually find shit. That's where it goes to. Yeah, by the way, Marcus, hope you're feeling better. I know you had the flu and you're feeling like total dog shit. Hopefully you've gotten a little better. Yes, Tori, I got super chats now. I have actually been monetized. So everyone that sent a super chat, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. That's kind of it. Like I said, today was like a complete sideways. Actually, while you guys are here, let me do something.
Mental enrichment activities. It releases endorphins and helps.
Do I have that muted? I don't have it muted. Let me mute that. So I want to try something out while I have you guys here. What do you say? You want to help me out with something? Rosinante, how you doing, bud? Nice to see you. Oh, Jesus Christ. Tori Hanzo with the 100 sex. God, who doesn't love 100 sex? That's a whole lot of sex. Thank you, bud. Got to try this stuff out. Yes, thank you. I greatly appreciate it, Tori. Nice to see you as always, my friend. I always enjoy our conversations in our back channels. Also one of the ones who helps me figure shit out because contrary to what you may believe, not all my ideas are great. They're pretty shit most times. Okay, so I want to try something out and see how this works for you guys. Look, I made a window for TikTok through my phone using Windows Link. This is bullshit. It sucks. However, you can't join a desktop live from a desktop unless you have an Apple. And even then it's iffy. So I figured, let me join my phone. And now I'll be able to do this. The problem is audio because it won't use the microphone from the PC. It will use a Bluetooth. So I have to wear a Bluetooth. Then I have to talk into the Bluetooth and listen to the Bluetooth for the phone. I have to mute the output from the desktop, but keep the input in on the microphone, but make sure it's not coming in twice through the desktop audio because I'm using a second account. Or we deal with the bad dubbing and bad voice bad lip reading montage, and we go into where it's just the screen and not me, and I'm talking into the phone, and you're hearing everything out of the screen via my output. That's the only way I'd be able to find to make it work, because as everyone has watched with Wetcast and Jeranism and stuff like that, TikTok is not easy to do on a PC for whatever reason. It's just not. And it sucks. Real sickness with moving. Sig, I always love when you throw a Vlad reference. Thank you, bud, for $5. Thank you very much. Welcome to the big show. Icy Spin with his Apple device. Apple's got to take that penny. I'm not sure why, but they do. They always got to get theirs. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate both those, you guys. I miss Wind Bubble 6. Yeah, I do too, Sarah. That was a cool time. Not anymore. Yeah, first world problems, definitely Rocinante. It's definitely something that I need to find a way to fix. But I got some ideas. I definitely have some ideas. But parenting in front of your friend with no filter, that's gonna be fun. So how does this look on your guys' screen? Can you read the writing? Is it too small? Is it just like bullshit or what? Because like I have the stream up on my window, but I have a 27-inch monitor. So to me, I can read it. It's still a little small. It looks a little bit like shit, but I don't think this is the way to do it. I think this is the wrong way of doing it because I'm going to have the audio problems, the dual feeds and stuff like that. You read it watching me on a big screen. Kind can read it, but I need new glasses. I got new glasses. I went to my optometrist appointment on Thursday, I think. And yeah, I should be wearing my glasses a lot more, apparently. So what happens when you get old? Can't fight it. So there may be a new look here soon with glasses. Congratulations on monetization. Looks fine. Thank you, DJ Sharon Jones. Thank you. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you for the £3. Wow, I'm starting to remember what all these things are. So we have sex, we have euros, we have pounds, we have dollars. Connect, the Canadians are loonies, right? Isn't the loonies what's called the $1 coin? So I see a pink lady. Yeah, I do too. Okay, cool. Yeah, Dougal, it's atrocious. It really is. Um, it's so hard. And to be honest, I'm not in this to debate. I don't do debates. If someone wants to come up and have a conversation, I'm all for that. But I'm definitely not going into anybody else's fucking live unless it's a debunker like Matt or Jaron or something like that to provide my own spin, my own input, my own, my own lane. I'm definitely not going on to like Tron's channel or anything else like that because that's just utter stupidity that if I wanted to be muted, I'd call my ex-wife. So, yeah, not interested. Don't get me wrong. I love it when other people do it. That's always fun for me, but nah, not me. I can read Spicy Mama, waiting for the proof now. I can play it out. Let's see what that has to say. Because look, parenting in front of your friend that has no filter, that's like me, but I'm the parent and I also don't have a filter. So it's like chaos ensues. If you think I'm strong with the satire and the one-liners, you have not met my teenage daughter. Glasses are so 2000. Get the new quantum laser railgun eye surgery. That's right. Put your head in the hole right there, right? Keep your eyes wide open, and they're just gonna fix your eyes once and for all, or take off your head. One or the other. Either way, you won't need to look anymore. Oh, don't forget the dongs. Yeah, that's right. The Vietnamese dongs are always a plus. FTFE is going to be live for 24 hours. Wow, is a membership drive. Yeah, I mean, I could pull it up, but the question is he having flirts actually come up, or is it just like stalling? Because one thing I noticed with Matt from Whatcast and Jaron is people don't want to come up when Jaron's there. They don't want to come up when Matt's there either, because Matt kind of takes the piss out of them, and they don't like that too much. Buy a bigger screen also works. Jesus, you're not wrong. Having 3 34-inch monitors or bigger, though, might make my cockpit look a little bit more like, it's going to look like Ronnie and the fact of the stereographic biblical virtual reality screen. I'll be basically cosplaying the Matrix at that point. I'm not sure that I can do that. And the thing is, I'm good with these screens. But my little 13-inch laptop for work, oh, man. There's been a couple times where I'm just like, I'm glad I'm not on camera. Like, I'll turn off the camera because I'm just leaning in to read shit. And I'm like, ooh, yeah, I need to get that fixed. So the good news is I also got the blue light blockers. So that way I can wear them when I'm on stream so I can still read everything well. Not make it so fuzzy. Algorithm says, my teenage daughter wanted me to stay out of her life in 1 minute and wanted me to drive her and her friend to the mall in the next. Yes, that's true. I don't mean to say this as a brag. I love the relationship I have with my daughter. If you hear me talk about her often, you hear me, talk about, she's part of the creative process for the channel. We play Minecraft together. We do some other things together. We climb together. We do all sorts of things together. And she hasn't got to the point of leave me the hell alone yet, except on occasions where that was her attitude. In which case, to be honest, I was happy to. It's like, fine, go hang out in your room, go talk to your friends, go text, stay on your phone. If that's what you need for space, it's fine. But I love the relationship I have with my daughter, and I hope it's something that I'm able to maintain through high school and later on. So, but I have the benefit. I'm the fun parent. I'm the less stressful parent. I'm the one who does things my way. Let's put it that way. Yeah, there's the Skittles. The 11. Jared and I were supposed to be on TikTok today. Oh, let me transition the screen. I'm sorry. Jared and I were going to go on TikTok today, but I think we had a scheduling snafu between us. So it did not happen. So I'll be changing the thumbnail and changing the title and the in the description. We were doing channel announcements. Talking about the channel, talking about projects, talking about collabs, talking about celebrating 500 subs, celebrating the watch hours that you guys have all put in listening to my derp, and rants and raves and impersonations of CC. Identified a few directions we want to go into that I think is for the better. I really like the idea of like science panels. I really do. I like the idea of having somebody up to talk to and have a conversation with. Case in point, a good friend of mine is currently working overseas. Now, I'll say exactly where it is right now because he's from Colorado. He is somebody who's worked a lot in things like statistics. He's working on a PhD. I forgot what field he was going into and stuff like that. But strong on physics, everything else. Also a debunker. Also one of the in the debunking world, specifically on Discord. He's currently in another country, specifically one that requires camo. You didn't guess it. He's in Ukraine. And he's working on drone designs and implementations and stuff like that. Would love to have him on to have a conversation about, well, depending how long he's there, about things that he's seeing, things he's experiencing, but also talk about drones and how they work and things like that. And something that he and I had conversations on because he was picking my brain about some of the RF requirements for the drones and different frequencies and characteristics, stuff like that. So he openly said, if I wanted to come on out, they could find a space for me. But I think my daughter would have some objections to that idea. So, and plus I'm 50 years old. I'm not young anymore. Lucas, on the other hand, is only like in his 30s. So he has plenty of, his knees still work, mine don't. So but these are the kind of people like Professor Phil Bell. We'll talk about some physics. Maybe we'll have PhD Tony on. We'll talk about, we'll talk about gravity, seismic, plate tectonics, things like that. And also his use of gravity to find minerals and things. Maybe we'll have, a sailor on who's more thing. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I forgot. I wanted to share something, but I don't want to share it yet because Arnold, CMS, and DVids, I got a project coming your way. I want to make this for a 30-second bit. I'm willing to invest so much time into this. So I don't want to share it yet. How many watch hours did I need? You know what? I kind of forgot. Hold on. Let me tell you. I am not, I think it was 3,000 watch hours for the first level. And so it's 500 subs. You know what? Let's just do it the right way. It's 500 subs and 3,000 watch hours for the first tier. That's when you can get super chats and memberships. For ad revenue, it needs to be 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours. And that watch hours has to be in the span of a year. I always love my kid. Doesn't mean I always like him. Fair. Very fair. Very true. Two different things. And 11, you're right. It is a very tough balance, but it's something I enjoy, and that's something that you'll actually get here too. I'm not above talking about parenting. I don't give advice. Actually, I that's a lie. I give one piece of advice to any new parent or anybody who has a small child, and it's a very, very, very simple piece of advice that someone gave to me once. And let's be honest, as parents, we get a shit ton of advice unsolicited from random people. And while I'm a stranger to some, those who have been around long enough also know that I enjoy parenting. It's one of the thrills of my life. And the only thing I would ever share with somebody is something very, very simple. It's actually two things. One, kids don't come with instruction booklets. Kind of got to figure it out on your own. But the best part about that is they also don't come with expectations. They don't already know what a parent's supposed to be doing. You don't get that judgment until they're older. So if they're fed, they're clothed, they're warm, and they're loved with a roof over their head, you're doing great. The second piece of advice I always give is very simple, just like that. Find one thing with them that they choose to share with just you. Don't ever invite anybody to join them. Let them invite their friends if they want to. Don't invite a sibling. Don't invite a spouse. It's your one thing with your child. That's it. And that's what you do together. For me and my daughter, it's climbing. When we climb, there's no dad, daughter. There's no titles. There's no anything else. We're hanging from a rope on a rock ledge or in a gym, and we're having conversations that are very candid. We're not in a stuffy house. We're outside where things can just happen. Find that. And the amount that your kid will tell you increases dramatically. And that's my TED Talk. Well, we have super chats, and you can make your message stand out. Thanks, Daniels. Hip, yeah, exactly. I want to like Jaron, but he still believes in so much nonsense without any justification and thinks it's the responsibility of others to do the research. I don't agree with Jaron on a lot of things. 11. And hear me out. There's a lot of things that he and I would disagree on. However, I don't need him to agree with everything for me to like him. I like that he is coming around to doing his own research. I like that he's holding people to a new standard. I like that he's doing stuff that's going to lead him further on that journey. Is there stuff that I think might be beneficial for him to look at? Absolutely. But the amount of time he spent with Dave McKeegan going over the moon landing without giving up, without just saying, fuck it, speaks volumes. When he says he's always honest, I give him that now. I give him enough credit for what he is. Is there still problems going on? Is there still further ways that, that people can grow? Yes, there's ways I can grow. I'm an asshole. That's why there's no assholes allowed on the channel, because I don't like the competition. But there's ways we can all grow. There's ways we can all improve and be better and stuff like that. However, I think it should be more about the parts you do agree with, and leave it at that. I would also like, streaming with him and, going head to head with Flurfs is fun. I can't wait till we can do it. I think it's enjoyable. I was on with him and Whatcast on their stream. I was relatively quiet because there's a lot of other people talking, and I was like, I don't really need to throw my voice in the middle there. But when Whatcast called on me, gave my 2 minutes, went back on mute, I was done. So I'm okay with that. But we're not having discussion about politics. We're not having discussions about medical advice. We're not having discussions about anything else but just that. So if that's the case, we can collaborate. I'm okay with that. Just because I can do a super chat, what's the difference between a geek and a nerd? Salary. Thank you, algorithm. I like that. I like that. I'm going to keep that one presence. Bruce, if you're on Discord, shoot me a message on Discord. We can have a conversation. We can have a voice call, or we can have whatever. I'll do my best to help you as much as I can. Sailor Jerry on stream. Yeah, you know what? I do like Sailor Jerry. Don't get me wrong. I also like Kraken. Why is rum all based? I also like Shipwreck. Why is rum all based on nautical stuff? I wonder. Could there be a reason? So, yeah, CMS and I are near the same age, and we have bad mornings sometimes where knees don't work. I'm a boomer, aka old as fuck. Yeah, well, look, Marcus, own it. That's it. That's all I gotta say. Just own it. Wear it like a badge of honor. Let's see. I can tell you take more pride in being a father than anything else, and I commend you for that. That's how I try to approach it as well, though I'm not always perfect. Yeah, exactly. And we don't have to be. That's the best part. I have no problem admitting to any of you that I'm wrong. I also have no problem admitting to my kid that I'm wrong. And I've done that since she's been 5. If I expect her to apologize for her actions when she's wrong, I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't do the same thing. I've got down at her level on one knee at 5 years old, face to face, nose to nose, and said, I'm sorry. I was wrong. I shouldn't have yelled. No buts, no because, none of that. Just, I was wrong. That's it. That's all it took. She knows when I apologize, it has meaning. She knows that I'm willing to admit I'm wrong. Therefore, it's not that big of a deal if she has to apologize. And teaching a toddler that is big because they never want to do anything you want them to do. They run around naked. They put on their shoes backwards. They throw things. Toddlers are toddlers. They ruin your favorite record player. They do all sorts of funny things because they're toddlers. They're basically terrorists in mini bodies. But yes, I take very much pride in having a daughter who's intelligent, smart, funny, and she's the best parts of both me and my ex-wife. I can say that without satire, without a smirk. I could say that with absolute belief. The community aspect is much more important than derp. I enjoy talking to silly people, but I treat it like a reality show, and it makes it easier. Yeah, and I see that's actually the way I've been trying to treat it based on things that you and I have talked about. Because, like, there's sometimes it is so triggering, so frustrating, everything else, but it's like I have to take a step back and be like, just take the train wreck in. Just take it in. Don't try to solve it. Don't try to fix it. Just take it in. That's all. Yeah, I'm sorry, CMS, I just doxed you. So make sure you tag me in all your posts going forwards, and make sure you put me first. I've progressively moved up in other people's posts when they're dox, or when they're ranting and raving about people. Well, they're not really raving; they're definitely ranting. I've moved up from 9th to 5th to now, in the most recent one, I'm 2nd. I don't know what I did. Didn't give them oxygen. Maybe they're annoyed. I don't know, but it's funny. As with Will Duffy, the situation there is that I no longer expect people to think the same as myself. just being decent people is important. Yeah, Dougal, that's basically it. It's like, my thing is, do we have something in common? Do we have common ground where we can relate, where we can respect each other and appreciate each other's contributions? Great. Let's work on something together. That's my whole output. That's my whole everything. Doesn't matter who you voted for, what country you're from, what your political beliefs are, what your religious beliefs are. I don't give a shit. I really don't. But if you want to have a conversation on something that we have in common, and even if there's a difference of opinion, but we can respect each other as people and respect their opinions, we can do that too. I'm okay with that. I don't want to be surrounded by people who think the same as me. I really don't. Because it's just boring as fuck. Jim Daniels says, I call him mid-century. Yeah, mid-century modern, Jim. Yeah, 11, that's exactly it. Like, I never, when there was a correction, it was never loud. It was never me standing over her, intimidating her. It was me on one knee, literally nose to nose, eye to eye, talking very quietly so no one else had to hear. There's no reason to embarrass her publicly. And just having a conversation and says, hey, dial back the attitude, or hey, hold up, you're wrong, or we need to have a correction, or we need to do that. Or if it's have an apology, no one else needs to hear it. She can whisper it to me and I'm able to hear it just fine. We don't need a public declaration of, I'm sorry, Dad. It doesn't work that way. Well, panties, look, it's percentage based, right? You know, that's all. I'm going to leave it at that. My youngest will be 25 in 2 days. Where did the time go? Yeah, that's the part that always kills me. That's the part that I always want to try to keep up with. And I don't want to, I found, okay, so here's something. I was going through my Google Photos and I found 2 videos. My daughter was 2 or 3. And there's a room that she wasn't allowed to go into because it was like a storage room. It was in the process of being unpacked and everything else, but it had locks. So we could lock the door, but it had like French doors so she could see in there. And she's like, oh, this shit I can tear apart and play with. I want to get in there. And so she walks me over to the door and she sees it's locked and she's pulling on it. It's a handle. And she takes out her barrette from her hair and tries to pick the lock with her barrette. Then she finally tries to put it back in her hair and realizes she can't open it, so she just puts it down the ground. And she knows that there's a small little screwdriver bit hanging on the side because she's seen me use it a couple times. And she's like, Dad, that key. She wanted me to open it up so she can go in there. One of my favorite videos of her as a toddler, because I knew I was in trouble at that point because her problem-solving skills were a little bit further along than I expected them to be. And then the other video that I saw recently of her was, what was it? I forgot which one it was now. Oh, we're at the sink, and she's trying to say the word pterodactyl, and it was again 2, 3 years old. And it just came out different every time. And it was the funniest thing in the whole world. But like, I was going through pictures of, us carousels together, on roller coasters together. And no matter her age, she's been absolutely fearless. I have my own little Indiana Jones. If I was a YouTuber, I would have to say, don't tell me your real name. I might slip up when drunk. Do you know how many times I have to stop before I say DP debunks because I know his real name? And even though I know he's doxed himself a few different times because he wasn't paying attention, I won't say it, but I have to actually stop my thought process to make sure I use the right name. It's funny. Hence why I ended up with full custody and a child wasn't spoken to my ex in over 8 years. Well, there you go. I have shared. So I have 50% physical custody and legal custody. So our custodial parent is whoever she's with. So I get her every other day, every other weekend. She's here this weekend. I picked her up Friday. She had a half day. But I had afternoon meetings, stupid shit. And then I picked her up and we played Minecraft last night. We goofed off a little bit today. She was trying to play Minecraft earlier, but there's a server issue. And we're going to do dinner here a little bit and maybe watch a movie. And tomorrow we have some personal stuff to take care of. Maybe we'll do some other things. We're going to get some, I don't know, frozen bowls, acai bowls or whatever they're called, and go have those. And yeah, and I have Monday off and so does she. So maybe we'll do something then. Just popping in to say hi to you all. I'm super busy. Hope you're all doing well. Stop this stupidity. Thank you, bud, for stopping in and saying hi. I appreciate you as always. It's been a while since I've seen you around. I hope you're doing well as well. We're doing great. At least I'm doing great. I can't speak for everybody else here, but I assume that they're all doing great because they haven't really said much otherwise. I gave up trying to talk to idiots. It's a fun hobby for a little, but it's unhealthy in the long run. Yeah, if you notice, Monkey, I don't really talk to them. I just take things they say and show people why what they said was wrong. Funny thing is, I took transcripts from a few different channels and I gave them to a psychologist friend of mine. And I asked him to not diagnose, but give me tell me what you think kind of routine. And he immediately told me to go fuck myself because he thought I was going to put it in a video. I'm like, no, not a video. I'm not putting it on a video. I'm not going to put anybody on blast. I'm not even going to mention your name. I'm curious what you think because I have my own opinion about some of these people and I would love to hear your thoughts. So he sent them to me, gave me like a whole write-up on it. It was hilarious. And it validated a lot what I was thinking. And so I hit him back. I'm like, would you like to? No, do not. No, I don't want to go on live. I don't want to do a video with you. I don't want to be on camera. I don't want to deal with any of those idiots you're dealing with. Thank you, but no thanks. And then said, and if you want any other input on anybody else, make sure it is a better case than the two that you gave me because these guys are just horseshit. So apparently I have to try harder to entertain him. Go figure. But when I read, it was like, holy shit, that's crazy. Davids, for €5, says, love watching you calmly destroy bad info for a living now. It's not a living now. Monetization, well earned. Also, tell your daughter the emotes are truly, genuinely awesome. Cool. Thank you. I appreciate that, Davids. Yeah. Okay, I missed what Cygnus sings. What'd you start off that conversation with? I missed that. You call who out regularly? Well, whoever it is, I appreciate you calling somebody out regularly because that's what we all do. We all have an adopted flirt, right? An adopted conspirator that we just take special interest in. I have like 4. I need to kind of whittle it down. I think we need to have like a little Hunger Games here. Decide which ones we keep. Maybe you guys should help me decide who we keep. How's that? That might work. I think we might need that. Well, based on the stuff you guys like seeing is the conspirators that we actually like adopt and, keep them close and hug them and make them feel all nice and safe while we absolutely show everybody how they're stupid. Well, not them, but their ideas. Copium Emporium is in. Good morning. How you doing, bud? Again, another person I almost used his name on. DJ Sarah, you did this to me now. I swear to God, you made me think this now. I didn't think about it before. Now I'm actively thinking about it. You are killing me. Funny thing is, basic lockpicking is really easy. Introduce gates and it gets hard. Yeah, she had a problem with gates. Now, we won't get into that. Stop the stupidity. Since I can give you money, here's some money. STS, thank you, bud. I generally appreciate that. If one of those, if you wondered, I'm going to be transparent, okay? Here, we're going to have a conversation real quick about the channel. I'm going to get to the rest of the conversation here. Don't worry. You know how this goes. If you wonder what your super chats are going to go towards, it's going to go towards, well, the channel. It's going to go towards maybe me providing better content. It's going to go towards the occasional rum bottle. But like I have a job. I have a career that spanned 30 years. It's a well-paying career. And unfortunately, it takes up some of my time. But on the time it doesn't take up, I enjoy what I do, and it's fun. And I enjoy this, and it's fun. And being monetized is great. A couple extra bucks here and there. You know what? Hey, I can use it for my subscription to Canva. I can use it for something else. But I don't want you ever to expect that I expect people to do something. I'm not going to pull an Arwen and hold you all hostage and say, I'm not going live until you send me 100 euros, because that's bullshit. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to hold membership drives unless that's something you guys want to see me be stupid for 24 hours. I mean, we don't even need to do a membership drive to do that. If we have memberships and you guys are members and you want to do that, and that's what you guys decide on a poll to do, then fuck it. Let's go do 24 hours stupidity. You got to help me fill the 24 hours though. Not going to lie. Pterodactyls are my Christmas spirit animal. True. That's awesome. That kind of stuff always made me proud of my daughter, how smart of me. Yeah, there's times where I just like, it's like, I got to take the L on that one. And it's like, it's so hard to admit that you have to take the L because you know she's going to run with it. FTFE has CC on the phone. Oh, he picked up? Holy hell. That was 10 minutes ago. I don't know. Did you guys hear that? You know what, maybe we'll cover that. I don't want to necessarily cover, he's answered. Okay. So keep CC, but phone him occasionally too. He's answered Craig twice now. Maybe that's what we'll play a little phone a flurf. We'll keep CC. And like you said, maybe we'll call him. We'll definitely go over his derp. And to be honest, CC was one of the ones I was thinking about maybe dropping, not because he's not entertaining, but because like his rants sort of like just keep going over and over again. But the way he sells it, he is a real live Muppet. He really is. He's like Beaker electrocuting himself is kind of what I equate him to. But yeah, maybe we phone him. Maybe we kind of strike up a friendship. We have a conversation. We can talk about all the places he went to growing up, like where that tree is. Maybe we can go find it. Hopefully there's no DNA been deposited in it, but I digress. Maybe. There's some ideas there. I like some of those ideas. I expected to go to rum, says Tori. Okay, well, that's where we'll go. I don't drink that much rum. So really, a $20 rum bottle will last me basically a month. So I don't drink that much rum. Unless I am like neck deep into derpitude trying to find quotes. In that case, oh, sometimes alcohol is the only thing that saves me. And a padded desk. All right, let me finish this. I'm going to come back to it. My daughter sent me something and on Instagram. She sent it to me on yesterday, and I had a stroke listening to it. I died laughing. And I'm like, this is, if you want to know what our relationship is like, I will show you. Okay. Let me get caught up on this. CC was eating dinner, so the call ended. Okay. Well, that's it. I didn't get away from her for myself. And most importantly, she would have ruined my kid with her crazy. Best decision ever. And my kid is doing beyond amazing. That's taking one for the team. Whale Paintings, I commend you and welcome to the surviving brotherhood of crazy. CC may do an interview yet. Maybe I can get him to do an interview. That would be awesome. Do a 24-hour marathon for with a few of us of fun. Yeah, definitely. We could do that. It's already 1 a.m. I should go to bed. Yes. Why not call Mikey? He's always down for chat. I don't know. Sorry. I have zero respect or patience for Mikey because of his main character syndrome. I don't care if he's disabled. I don't care if he doesn't have the education. I don't care about anything. I will take apart anything he says, but there's other people who are doing it better than I could. He is one of the most frustrating people I have seen. And listening to him and Sam and Whatcast was just so triggering because it was like, oh, you're lying, you're lying. I was like, no, it's like, no, he's not. Go to the fucking summit of the atmosphere and you'll see another point of rotation that's not Polaris. Like, it's not hard. And just the fact that they just deny reality as a whole. Sam is different. Sam, I will go out of my way because of the Alliance of Dumb and the other shit that he's done. That's a different story. I'll go after him. Mikey, I have no patience for. He's not worth the time, to be perfectly honest with you. And to be honest, I don't want to call him. He doesn't want to talk to me. He's banned me rightfully from his channel because I called him a punchline. I'd ban me too. Won't get out of bed for less than €100. That's funny. Arwen needs to say he gets off the air early if he gets a certain amount. Yeah, he needs to say he will get off the air early if he gets a certain amount. That's right. I'm forgetting somewhere where these are at, so I got to remember where they're at. So yeah, we're not going to call Mikey. That's not a thing. Phoning CC is so 2025. Need to get creative. Start fax. I was just, as soon as I heard it's so 2025, I started thinking I should fax him. That's funny. I used rum to defrost my windshield one time. Bruce, that's alcohol abuse. I hope you licked it up afterwards. Take some of my beer money. Once dry January ends, I'll keep this to myself. Promise. Good night. I have to get some sleep. Conspiracy Music Studios, thank you for the €10. I appreciate it, my friend. Sleep well. Sad to have a family with you for me. You and I can catch up tomorrow. I want to check in with you on how your son's doing and what became of that. So we'll talk later. We can trade stories of crazy. One of my favorites is when she poured an entire bottle of salt all over me when I was sleeping at 3 a.m. and accused me of being a witch. Whale Paintings, I don't think I could come the same. I can't come near you on the amount of crazy. Like, the crazy I had to deal with was, I'd consider normal crazy. That's a whole other level. Maybe we should do a parenting stream one night or, one day. We'll get some parents up and we'll start talking about stupid shit our kids have done. I got videos to prove it. Although I would check with my daughter first to make sure I could play one. I would love to play that lock picking one for you guys. You know what? Maybe I will do it anyway. Hold on. Because it doesn't look like her anymore by any means. Because it was like 12 fucking years ago. Hold on. Let's see. Switch. Okay, cool. I'm on the right one. My drive. Vids. No. Okay. It might be my other drive here. Hold on. Bear with me for one moment while we go through this. Change account to my personal account. Here we go. Albums, documents, and videos. Here we go. I need. Here we go. Stop. Okay. I am doing this out of entertainment purposes because to me, it is funny. And if you really wanted to understand what it was like to be us, it's going to be this. So let me do this. This might work. Hold on. Let me change something here. Let me just move this out a little bit. Here we go. Okay. Here you guys go. You guys get to see Dano the dad, okay? This is Olivia. This is my daughter. This is the storage room. Okay. It's right off the dining room. Here we go. Oh, I got to make sure that the volume is on. Is the volume on in this? Yeah. Okay, cool.
Hello.
Are you using your bread as a key?
She still grunts at me today.
Dado. E. Dado. E. Dado. E. Dado. E. E.
And there you go. Sarah, she was like 2. I'm more impressed that she took her barrette out of her head. And she also tried to put it back, which was funny too. So there you go. There's a little insight into my life from a few years ago. Well, more than a few. So yes, she's very cute, but also very problematic in its own right. Well, Penny says, sadly, most of the stories I can tell, while they are truly amazingly funny, the sad truth is she is severely troubled mentally and refuses all help. But hot damn, do I got stories. You know what? I would leave you to decide which ones you would want to share on that one. Because there's a certain, I'm trying to think of the right word I want to use in this. Like, there's a certain thing where it stops being funny. You know what I mean? And it's almost mean, right? And while you're trying to tell it as funny, but it doesn't necessarily come across that way, it's a hard line to kind of figure out sometimes. So I can sympathize with you there. I have stories too, but I won't always tell them because, I mean, I've had some crazy exes in life. Some of them are probably subscribed to my channel. We should have them up one day. That would be fun. Um, yeah, I miss those days. I definitely do. Now I got to deal with bed rot and one-liner satirical comments uh, but hey, it's part of them growing up and it's part of me growing old. That's the way I look at it. But it's fun. Um, but yeah, it's all right. We've been going for 3 hours now. I almost wanted to end it 2 hours ago, or at least an hour ago. Come to think about it. Let me see. Is there anything? Nope. That was all in a different message. I have nothing on Discord per se. Let me check. Oh, let's see. Rep just showed up. Cool. Rep, thank you for joining the Discord. Welcome to the Zoo Crew. But yeah. I tell you what, I originally planned to do this on tomorrow. So I guess we knocked out today what we're gonna do tomorrow. So maybe I'll put together something tomorrow. Maybe I'll do some recording or some editing. I'm off Monday too, so maybe we'll do. People in the U.S. are usually off on Monday, maybe depending on the federal holidays and what their businesses thing. It's for Martin Luther King Day. If that is you, maybe we do a live stream on Monday. We hang out. Maybe we call Mike from the Drunk the Monk show and see if he wants to do something together. Maybe we'll do something. I don't know. We'll figure out something. Yeah. Everyone has their own stories. Like I have my own stories too, from girlfriends and married life and stuff like that. But some are funny, some are less funny. Some are just memories that no matter how hard you try, it just keep. But in the long run, I look at it as they made us who we are. All those experiences, everything else made us who we are. We have made our decisions based on those experiences. And hopefully we learned from those experiences at least enough to not do it twice. I can tell stories about my nieces, but yeah, they probably wouldn't appreciate that CSA. Aussies get the 26th. Oh, okay. Well, so you're a week off. Yeah, so maybe we'll do something Monday. Maybe we'll do something Sunday. I don't know. I need to get some stuff up. But again, I appreciate you guys helping me celebrate 500. I really do. I appreciate you guys sending the super chats. Very welcome, very appreciative. I appreciate just you guys being here. There's been up to almost 50 of you guys here at one time. I'm sure Jaron was the bait click for most of those, but I'm glad you stayed. So I hope you like where we're going. As always, I'm on Discord. I'm on email. Feel free to drop me a line. We can have conversations. Any content creator at all, or even not a content creator. If there's something you want to collab on, we can do that too. You have some ideas that maybe you don't want to collab on, but you have some ideas. Share those. I am open to most anything because I don't do this just for me. I do it for you guys to watch. So if there's something you guys want to watch, then let's do it. Right? Makes sense. But I hope you guys have a good weekend. I hope you guys, wherever you are, did not get as much snow as I did. I'm going to go shovel now and brush off my car, however much it was. I think we ended up with 4 to 6 total. I got to go find out for sure. And then I got to do dinner because it's 6 o'clock and the kid needs to be fed. So do I. So again, thank you all. Hope you guys all have a great weekend. We'll do our typical, actually, let's pull up what should we listen to as an outro today? Hey, you know what? Monkey is here. Let's do Monkey's other song he made for me. And we'll do that. But here's how it works. Typical outro for this channel and kind of our motto. Our motto is simple. Stay uncensored, stay unapologetic, and stay unfornicated. Do not go on social media without protection. Arm yourself with facts. And with that all, I hope you guys all have a great weekend. I will talk to you guys soon. And let's do that.
Click the lies and where they fall. Break the chains, expose it all. Truth the light that paves the way. Gonna clear the mess today. Unfornicated and bold and true. We're digging deeper, we're cutting through. Misinformation don't stand a chance, and the light will take a stand. Falsehoods crumble brick by brick. We're too sharp, too quick to trick. Streaming in loud, our fearless shout will burn the nonsense from inside out. Echo chambers can't confine. We're the seekers drawing lines, flipping stories one by one. Battle's hard, but we've begun. Unfornicated and bold and true. We're digging deeper, we're cutting through. Misinformation don't stand a chance, and the light will take a stance. Light it up, let the truth ignite. In the dark, we'll spark the fight. Unfornicated, keep on strong. Debunk the myths where they don't belong. Falsehoods crumble brick by brick. We're too sharp, too quick to trick. Streaming in loud, our fearless shout will burn the nonsense from inside out. Light it up, let the truth ignite. Debunk the myths where they don't belong. Falsehoods crumble brick by brick. We're too sharp, too quick to trick. Streaming in loud, our fearless shout will burn the nonsense from inside.